Welcome to another video filmed at the Tabletop Dynasties stage at PAX AUS 2019. This episode is a sneak peek of a new ongoing series called Magical Forrest Adventures. In Magical Forrest Adventures, we explore the activities of wayward creatures who for one reason or another have come to wander an enchanted woodland fraught with danger and majesty. In these stories, we embrace the relative absurdity of fantasy genres while aiming to capture the essence of folklore and fairy tale that forever exist on the fringes of our imagination. In today's episode, we meet four characters whose paths intersect on a quest for riches and glory. Good morning, PAX! This is Tabletop Dynasties, and we're coming back to you this morning with another game. This is a special game because I'm going to tell you right now that every single person at this table, apart from myself, has never played a game of D&D before, except for this amazing human here, who's going by the name of Shadow, and they're a Tabaxi Rogue today. We're playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. We're going to be simplifying some of the things today, but most of the rules are pretty much spot on, apart from a few little bits and pieces. But you know, that's not what it's all about. It's all about the fun of the adventure, and that's what we're doing today, boys and girls. We're going on a Magical Forest Adventure in a magical forest today. It's a magical forest adventure. Come play, come play. That's right. All right, so we're going to go around the circle, and everyone is going to give a little introduction. They're going to give them, to state your player name, your character, and your character's name, and why you are wandering today in this magical forest. And we're going to start with Golfag.
I'm Golfag, the foreigner. I'm a barbarian. I am a Choka bird boy.
Ooh, Choka.
I'm from another land.
Did you
I fly in
here?
the skies normally, but I'm stuck down in this magical forest. And my wings, they don't work so good down here.
Yeah, you're only able to fly up to the tree line. That's about it. The winds are so wild today. I mean, not below the tree line, but above the tree line. And it's a magical wind that keeps you landlocked. And so you are depressed and staring wildly into the wilderness, wondering why you're here in this magical forest. And then we have...
I am Jupiter Hazelwood.
Please also introduce yourself. Who are you?
Oh, me as a person?
Yeah, so first player, character description, character name.
I sort of get kind of lost in this. Okay, cool. Well, I'm Tequila, and I'm a content creator.
Whee!
But today I'm Jupiter Hazelwood. I'm a bugbear druid with a criminal background. You know, I just really went tavern to tavern, swindling people of their money. And then I saw the light, and I really found a calling in nature. But now I'm here in a forest because I'm a druid, apparently.
Yeah, well, that means you're like local to these air parts, yeah? You know all about the environment, right?
This is my jam right now.
Okay, yeah, like forest. It's like totally here. You've like been here for a long time, and you can smell the wildflowers, and you're friends with the trees.
Oh, they're all
and you
my
like
friends.
talk to the trees, and they whisper back to you.
But
And they
like-
recently told you that some weird bird dude just fell from the sky and is pretty lost, and maybe you should look in on that.
I'm totally going to try and steal his money.
Awesome. All right. So next we have.
Shadow. So I'm a Tabaxi Rogue, and very ocean-based, so usually in the cities, but I kind of wanted to branch out and try something new and jumped on this party and sort of like is a bit more than I expected. I was just kind of hoping to get somewhere else to steal some shit.
You were recently run out of the city, right? Because of, various other people who were being shady around business dealings that you were engaging in, and it was totally not your fault. They just got a bit antsy when things went missing, and now you're here. Do you still have the things that went missing?
I have like one of the things that went missing, but I sold the other because I needed a bit of cash.
And what makes that thing so amazingly special?
literally that it's got nice and carvings. Like, it's a nice, like, dagger, right? And the handle is really nice.
Beautiful.
And I just didn't want to part with it. I felt like it had a bit of personal value. Not going to get as much money for it, but nice trinket, yeah. Also, Faith.
Yeah.
As a person, and really keen to play. Haven't played for a while, so keen.
Thanks, Faith. Looking forward to having you here. And why are you... okay, and were you... Finally, we have...
Lauren, and I'm just an all-around nerd. That's it. I'm here to play my first game.
I love all-around
D&D.
nerds. It's my favorite people.
Yep.
Much love to all-around
They're my
nerds.
people.
You keep us going. You are the lifeblood of our existence.
Oh, yeah, definitely PAX, kind of how it works. My character is Creedu. I don't know, really great name. And I'm a sorcerer tiefling. I'm a noble. And I have, like, no fighting ability at all. So...
well, as a noble, you know, you'd normally be used to living in your ivory tower, like literally an ivory tower that was made for you by your parents, you know, living there in an amazing spot. Your parents like a giant demon lord, the dad who, like, comes around and is like, oh, my darling daughter. He's like a giant towering man with flames coming out of his ears and eyes. He's like, oh, my darling daughter, please, I hope you're happy in your ivory tower. Do you need some more cupcakes?
Okay.
And you decided that it was smothering you way too much, and so you're going out for a walk in the forest.
Yeah, because of the fact I have no fighting ability, I'm going to conscript all these people from the forest to fight for me and make an army.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. And what are you going to do with that army?
I'm going to take over some other villages and make more ivory towers for myself.
Sweet. And who else do you know in this party, Shadow? Have you met any of these people before?
So, I've met... So, getting conscripted by this lovely lady here. And also, it's money-based, right? She's a noble. She probably has value. If she's like... Yeah,
I mean, she at least has value. You could ransom her back to her demon lord father.
Yeah, I'm seeing where this goes, but mostly her, and these guys are all new. I'm already wary of Jupiter.
All right, so we're going to be starting in this situation where Creedu has been... Creedu has been wandering in somewhat of a huff for quite some time, and then ran across Shadow on the side of the street, skulking like a crazy person in the forest adventure, and both decided that A, they were incredibly pattable, and B, that they would make a great general for their new army. And together, you postulated that you should go out and continue to rally your forces.
Oh, hell yeah.
Meanwhile, Golfhag, you are in the forest. You are rubbing your boo-boo. It is large and hurty. From where you fell from heaven, I mean the sky.
These magical winds have clipped one of my wings. I can't get up, I can't get around. I'm a straight up and down dude, but I am lost in a forest. I'd much prefer clouds and sky cities.
As you sort of wonder where you are and what's going on and how people can live in such a claustrophobic and terrible place, suddenly you're greeted by a vision of absolute beauty that wanders out of the wilderness.
It's me!
Give me a physical description, Jupiter Hazelwood.
Oh, me. I'm a bugbear. I have luscious fur covering every inch of my body.
So, wandering out between the trees, the bugbear druid, a maiden of untold beauty, luscious sheen upon her coat of fur, and wearing...
I'm wearing just the leaves of the forest. I'm really trying to get in touch with nature, so I don't leave anything to the imagination.
Excellent. So you are stricken.
Wow.
Actually, you can give me a wisdom saving throw, wisdom roll. So,
I feel like Shadow's already awkward about this.
No, not you. Him. He is trying to avoid being completely bowled over by your beauty.
Oh! It's a 1! It's a 1!
Okay,
Wow.
first roll of any game he's ever played in his entire life, and it's a critical failure. Oh, and it's a -1.
So it's a 0. He's just like...
You are immediately stricken and dumbfounded by the extreme beauty of this bugbear.
My fur is just too lush.
You've never wanted anything more in your entire life but to be near this beautiful creature and to stroke its fine fur. What do you say?
Audible drooling. Just
loss of all bodily functions.
You fall awkwardly off the log that you're trying to lean on.
That I'm normally quite agile. I got
Okay, one of his wings awkwardly flaps as if he's in a dying stupor.
And we're in a place that has trees, and you look like a tree, but like a really nice one. I'm Golfag.
A small squirrel crawls up to Jupiter's shoulder and nuzzles her gently on the side of the ear.
I asked the squirrel if he has enough money to steal.
I didn't know. The squirrel like hustles up and pulls his eye patch down. It's like, I don't know, Jupiter. This one looks like a pretty good mark. We should take him for all he's worth.
Yeah, what's under those feathers? How much gold you got? Oh, wait, Druid. You okay, sir, ma'am, Birdman?
I was in the sky and then came out and I heard a thing and I'm much better for having seen you.
That's awesome. I'm just gonna assume that you're gonna regain control of your body in a second.
Yeah. Look, it's really slippery on this carpety floor. This nicely matted, leafy underbrush. I'm just getting my bearings still. You seem like you know a bunch about trees, given how tree-like and cool and pretty and awesome you look. Can you help me to orient myself in this fine place?
And as he awkwardly stumbles like the brigand buffoon that you believe him to be, he bends, he slips again and stumbles once more. But when he does so, a part of his belt moves down and you see his feathers part. And beyond his feathers, you see a small glowing mark. The mark of the Maiden of the Forest. Why, he is truly blessed by the gods of the forest. Perhaps this is fate that has led him here.
Okay, so Jupiter's like, well, money second, forest, new way of life. Okay, cool. Well, maybe we should go back to my home or my druid people.
Right on.
Because
all right, so you guys are having this amazing conversation. Meanwhile, you are currently in a situation where I believe, Kridu, you're sitting on a log artfully, and Shadow is.
I'm jumped up into the tree, so I'm actually quite a small build. I'm a
Excellent.
little kitty. So I've jumped up in the trees to sort of get a bit of a view to see where the path, because we may be just a little bit lost.
Okay.
I totally know where I am, but just like a little bit lost.
Well, your astute tabaxi senses immediately perk up, and you sort of look around and you hear the sound of a creature running through the forest.
Yeah. Okay, so I literally jump down. I'm like, okay. All right. So going to Crete, totally know where I'm going. So I'm pretty sure we're going in this direction towards the noise.
Okay.
Not saying that it's the noise though. Just pretending like
Sorry?
I know
Am
where
I the
I'm going.
creature?
No, you're there. You're just sitting there talking.
Go on.
You're musing about your world domination plans.
Yeah. Right.
You move towards the noise, the two of you together, and suddenly, as you're moving through the clearing, you see a streak of white, and then you move through a few more bushes, and you push them aside, and in a small clearing, you catch sight of a perfectly white doe. A stream of sunlight trickles through the trees and irradiates it with a glowing golden glow, and upon its body are perfectly pure metallic golden spots that shine also in the sunlight.
Wow.
You've never seen such a creature before.
This is mystical.
Oh my god, yeah. It's a
really
magical forest.
I immediately grab my short bow.
Uh-huh.
Just to sort of like just eye it up. It's just like that looks like a pelt that would go for a
Oh my
lot
goodness.
of money.
Yeah. At least 1,000 gold from the right dupe.
But like sort of like the same time, I'm just like a little bit wary. But I'm like, I've got it out ready just to be like,
Okay, well, it's just innocently tropping around. It's eating some grass. Nom 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 nom. Enjoying that grass, having a great time, completely blissfully unaware of your presence.
Well, I'm completely lazy, and I want to hang out with that doe. I want to see it. So I tell Shadow, I'm like, hey, you, can you please go chase that albino doe and get it for me?
like chase it alive?
Just-
you want it alive.
I will pay you more if you bring it back alive.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So I am
Script
so,
that, no.
All right. So this is where I start sneaking, finding any underbush that I can, and like try and creep as close as I can towards this thing.
Give me a stealth roll as you try and sneak up on this graceful creature.
A 9.
As you get to within about 5 meters of the doe, so like you're doing so well, and then all of a sudden you put your hand on something and it turns out to be a bush turkey and it runs out into the wilderness, and you jump back immediately with your claws out, and the doe goes, and you can see it go, and as it sort of pulls back, its eyes go wide and its teeth roll back, and then it darts off into the forest.
What?
Would you give chase?
Yeah. No, I give chase.
Okay, so your general just ran off after some doe into the forest. Do you also follow?
She said that she was gonna give me money for this thing.
You better
Why
chase
is it a
it.
bush turkey now?
Chase.
I'm disappointed. I still want it though.
Yeah, I'm still pursuing. Are you
Yeah, is it
gonna
still
follow
on?
me?
You gonna follow?
Yes.
Begrudgingly?
At a
Begrudgingly.
Like,
Yeah,
at a
look, it's
dragging
not
my
too hard
feet,
to
real
follow
sad.
all the trails of broken twigs
Yeah.
and trampled small animals.
Oh,
Speaking of small animals, sorry about the turkey, by the way. It's just a cousin of mine, that's Larry.
Well, speaking of which, so you guys are sitting there in the clearing in this awkward moment where you've seen this mystical symbol upon his body,
Yeah, I'm
a
keen.
blessing of the Lady of the Woods.
Keen.
Can I roll to regain my senses?
Yes, you can make a wisdom saving throw.
Thank you.
You want to roll a d20, not a
I got it,
d12.
I'm getting there.
An 8.
8 minus it's a 7.
Lucky 7?
Okay, you said you
getting
bring
up
your
there.
composure back together,
Thank you very much.
but you're still besotted.
Can I orient myself in this world? I haven't looked around to see what surrounds me. We're walking towards this nice lady's
Cool. All right.
place,
You
but I
stand up and brush yourself down and regain your dignity. And then suddenly, from out of nowhere, a white-skinned, golden-spotted doe careens into you, and you got a bundle of feathers and fur on the ground.
bush turkey.
It's like smash, and it's like you look to the ground, and you see this doe all tangle of feathers and deer legs.
I have a question. As a druid, is this doe like special to me because it's so weird? Like, am I like protect the doe?
I would like you to make a nature roll.
Okay. Okay, +2. 2 + 2 is 4.
You can think
two
whatever
plus
you
two?
want about this creature.
Hold on. Okay, so me, the really messed up druid, I'm like, the doe!
And then crashing from out of the wilderness comes Shadow. Physical description, please, Shadow.
It is okay. So small build, and I basically have those two-tone faces that you see of the chromat cats.
Cute.
One side black, one sort of side like a ginger tabby,
Uh-huh.
right? In a cloak with a hood, and I look like a little bit older than 16.
Gotcha.
Like,
Gotcha.
you
I don't
think
know how to age cats.
I
but
look
sure.
that way. I'm probably older, but I look that way. So
And what are
think
you
I'm
wearing?
younger. So cloak, leather straps around my vest, and I've got like leather pants that have like daggers, that my dagger strapped to the side, and like a bit of sneaky pocketing around the front as well. Like
Awesome.
it's a little bit
Oh,
baggy
sneaky.
to sort of hide my small frame.
And Jupiter, I'd like you to give me an insight roll, please.
Can I pounce out?
8
Oh,
plus
man.
2, 10.
Okay, yes, you can pounce out. Would you like to pounce on the doe?
I would like to attempt to pounce on the doe, but I think it knocked him over,
Yeah, I'm
so I
wrestling
feel
with the
like I'm gonna end up pouncing on him.
You join the ball of feathers and fur. You Shadow immediately, this amazing, beautiful looking cat creature now jumps out of the tree and pounces on the doe as if to kill it with a knife drawn, yes?
Yeah, I
Dagger-
want to do
dagger
something
throw.
defensive because I'm like, the doe!
Alright.
I wanna try and like grab the cat and like fling her. like toss the dead.
Toss the cat.
Grab me by the scruff.
All right, cool. So what we're going to do right now, everybody, as you've come to the edge of the clearing and you now see this struggle where there is a Aarakocra birdman struggling on the ground with a white furred doe with golden spots who's been joined in that tussle by a tabaxi rogue who are all like scrapping on the floor for one reason or another and standing, looking very angrily, slowly losing their patience above them is the most beautiful, smooth furred bugbear you've ever seen in your life.
And there's only like leaves and stuff covering the most essential things. So
Yeah. But
I
you
am
stand,
standing.
you're sort of like just leaning out from a tree at the side of the clearing, surveying the scene as this happens.
With disgust on my face.
And you can all roll initiative for me, please.
13.
So add your initiative bonus to the dice roll.
Golfag, what did you roll?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry what I rolled.
You're not using the right dice.
Is that the
are you?
second? Yeah, you're gonna roll it.
Use the right dice, man.
It was a one.
No, it doesn't count. Roll again.
You've got to roll the right dice.
Yes.
What is it? What'd you get?
What did you get?
I got a 3.
Excellent.
Do you want to switch
Plus
dice?
2, which is 5.
She's-
No,
You
no,
wanna
no.
switch
It's too
dice?
early to start dice shaming.
Alright.
Oh.
All right. So what have we got?
I got an 8 and initiative of
8.
-1.
And you?
15.
All right. And you?
I got a 13.
Cool.
5 total.
All right,
Five.
cool. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go around the table. So what would you like to do, Shadow?
All right, so has she thrown me?
No,
Is this
so
initiative?
the situation started. You're gonna go and throw it. You realize that this person is coming up to grab you. Actually, give me a
Alright.
perception roll.
All right. Another 15.
Yes, you are aware that the angry bugbear is creeping up behind you.
Okay then, so my immediate thing is to jump back, defensive position, dagger out.
Oi.
Awesome. And do you say anything?
Just like,
I'm gonna cut
no,
you, bitch.
Okay, this deer is mine.
Okay, cool. So she's jumped back.
Yeah, and
I
said,
took-
"This deer is mine." What do you do? You're next.
I want to put myself between like the mark of the forest bird that I just found and my precious deer. So I'm like guarding them. I'm like, stand back, bitches.
Okay, cool. Do you say anything?
Stand back, bitches.
Kridu.
I tell you still again, I will give you more if you keep it alive, okay? We're gonna take it and we're gonna trade it for
So
more
now
people.
you two hear a silver-tongued voice issuing from behind the trees, and you see stepping out from behind a tree. Physical description, please.
A leggy blonde. No, I don't know if I'm attractive.
Wait,
So-
you're a tiefling, right?
With
Yep.
horns.
So you got some like horns and hooves.
Okay, I
and
got
shit?
horns as well. So
Yeah.
I guess I'm recently attractive for my
a
race.
leggy blonde with horns.
With horns. Yeah.
And what color is your
Sharp
skin?
features.
Really pale.
Orange, blue, red, green,
It's like a silver.
Like pearlescent.
Pearlescent.
pearlescent,
Yeah, you got
silver,
it. Pearlescent.
golden horns.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah.
I would like you two to make intelligence rolls, please.
Not me.
Both of you.
Oh, okay. I have -1 to intelligence. Come on, that's 12.
That's nice.
-1, but a 13. In
Well,
total.
it's you immediately recognize her as the wayward daughter of Bolzag, the demon lord, who rules over some of these lands.
How do we feel about demon lords, though?
Well, he's only sometimes benevolent, but mostly all right.
Is he okay to the forest? Like, is he like into deforestation?
Oh, yeah, he
and
doesn't
stuff?
burn the forest. He's more into like subjecting souls to years of eternal damnation.
I don't care.
Fine.
I mean, how you feel about that is up to you. Though he likes nature and the forest and birds and
Oh, that's
things.
fine. I don't
He
give
just
a
like
shit. He's-
wants people's immortal souls.
Okay, that's fine. I don't care about that part.
Description, right?
Okay, cool. So where are we up to?
Well, she just stepped out of the forest and she said, "I will pay you more money for the deer alive."
Okay.
We're gonna trade it.
And what are you doing, Golfag?
I'm still in the middle
you're
of wrestling
trusting
this
these deers.
this gorgeous deer that's rolled up onto
Yep,
me.
yep, yep,
There's
it's-
all this fracas around me.
Yep.
My whole jam is just to get this deer subdued
All right. Give me
with my feathers and my gorgeous beaky boys and my nice leather bandolier pouch
Awesome.
and
So,
my broken claw that's kind of limpy.
You're gonna like cue to it.
So what's the roll that I need to do?
so just make an attack roll, and if you succeed, then you get a grapple.
All right. 16.
Oh, he feels the
plus-
urge. It comes out of you like, take the small, frail doe and grab it in your strong bird arms and restrain it, and have it kicking and screaming. But you realize it's like its eyes wide and its teeth are reeled back as it makes weird, strange, undeer-like noises.
Oh, okay, so not normal deer noises. Got it.
I
Make another
scream
nature
strange
roll.
noises back at it.
You can make another nature roll if you
Is
like.
that an intimidation? Trying to intimidate.
Okay, we've got. I'm at 21 for that nature roll.
Okay, so you hear these noises coming out of the deer. You're like, protect the deer, and then behind you hear this. And you sort of like turn around and look at the deer, and it's got its teeth all sort of showing out, and you realize that its teeth aren't deer teeth. They're like more like human teeth. They like got molars that go all the way back, and you realize it's little trotters. They're not trotters. They're little hands instead of hooves. They're like little human hands with like tiny half-sized carny hands, and
Oh, worse.
and it says,
It speaks.
"Back away! Put me down! Put me down! I am a very important deer!
Just kill it, Shadow. Just kill it.
I've been suffering.
No!
Kill
Don't
us with
kill
the-
me! I can lead you to great treasures! I am a magical deer of the forest, and I can lead you to a great bounty of magical goods and money beyond your wildest dreams. Do you not want the money?" says the weird mutant deer
I like money, though.
with the small carny hands.
I think maybe Shadow and I kind of look at each other after we hear the word gold,
Yeah.
and we just kind of lock eyes for a moment. We're like,
Is this a bonding moment?
Yeah, this is
like we go to a slight montage
Slight,
of you two holding hands, skipping through fields of money.
gold, yeah.
I sort of lower my dagger immediately and just sort of like perk up. Like you can just see like under the hood, like it
The
moves a bit,
ears,
so you
like,
can
yeah.
see that the ears have sort of like pricked up under there. I keep it hooded so that people don't notice the emotions on the ears.
I'm less defensive now.
Given how smitten I am with the tree creature,
Uh-huh.
I just kind of, I've got the thing. The thing is in my hands, whatever this creature might be. But I'm a dum-dum, so I need instruction. What? I can't steal your voice. What do you want me to do with it? What do you need from me? Can I put this thing down? Can I put this thing down?
What happened to the smooth, calm, and composed voice that you had before? You were like Mr. Charming for all of 10 seconds, and now you're Cockney Ralph
winded.
from the
He's
back
winded.
alley.
He's got a deer to his chest.
I'm into
dum-dum.
this.
Oh yeah, he's got a deer in his chest. All right.
For a bird boy, I'm easily flappable.
Okay. It's true. All right.
So is the only one here who has skin as well, because it's him who have
All right. So
feathers
now
and
that you're not in
fur.
immediate danger, we go out of initiative order and back to
Okay.
do what you want when you want.
I want to be opportunistic, and I want to start using my silver tongue to bring you on and say, okay, let's band up. We're going to do something with this dough, and we're going to go expand our army, and I'll give you really good positions and your own ivory towers.
I have a feeling that this may not be a deer, though. I'm just saying, like, I'm all cool for keeping things, but like, it's not necessarily an animal, and also it spoke. That makes me feel a little bit.
Of course I'm not a deer! I'm a magical deer! It says, wiggling its small, creepy, carny hands.
If it keeps
You just
talking, I
see
want to put it out of its
a
misery.
visible shudder.
I think we can all agree on that one. A visible shutter right across the board.
Does Goldfag shudder as well as he's got the thing in his arms? He's like,
Yes.
oh, Lord,
Like,
oh,
at a
no.
distance.
Don't you want me to lead you to the magical treasure? It says, baring its strange human teeth at you.
Yeah, let's do this.
Can I intimidate
Well,
it to just telling us? Just straight up. Because I know I've been rolling like a
Squeeze
champ
it.
this whole time, but I
Uh-huh.
think with this intimidation check, I can get the deer carney to give us the goods immediately.
Okay, so
You do
did you
have a
declare that you were making an intimidation roll?
I didn't. Yeah,
So there's
yeah.
a standard etiquette when it comes to playing games.
Oh my God.
And I understand these are all first-time players, and as I announced, this is a learn-to-play game. But this nice young man has circumnavigated one of the basic etiquettes of gaming, and that is you let the games master, which is me, know what it is you would like to do, and upon declaring your intended action, you then roll the dice so that everyone can see it. And then once that happens, the action can go forwards. But in this one instance, because it's his first time, I'll let him get away with it.
Do it again,
So-
we'll kick you out.
How are you intending to intimidate the deer?
So I've got this deer in my hands. It's screaming. It's got weird carny stuff. I don't like it. It's heaps gross. It's maybe the grossest thing I've done in the last half an hour or so. And I want to just slam it against a tree, not a moving tree like the tree next to me, but a regular tree, and be like,
Give me a strength roll.
give me a straight answer.
Yeah, great. Give me a strength roll.
And then plus whatever.
Oh, man. 5.
Well, that's actually kind of good because if you had succeeded, you might have like killed it.
Yeah.
Okay,
alright.
but you smack the head of the deer against the tree, so like, no! It says, "Do you not want the treasure?"
Tell me straight, creepy goblin creature. What is this treasure that you're talking about?
It is a treasure that exists beyond your wildest desires. Oh, piles of gems and gold and magical artifacts beyond measure. You would be exalted to a position of extreme power with a very short period of time. This I offer you in exchange for my simple freedom.
I want to join in the intimidation, please.
All right, one person make an intimidation roll with advantage. That means you use 2 dice, a bonus dice.
I only have 1 d20 though.
Roll it twice,
Okay.
or you can just
Oh my
take your
gosh.
friends.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Okay. 22.
No, choose the highest. Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
you rolled a natural
22.
So when you roll a natural 20, that's a critical success, which means something slightly better happens than what usually happens, which means the strange deer with the weird carny human hands and the gold fur and the strange eyes and the human teeth now looks at you and looks afraid as the flapping bird boy stands over him and the large bugbear with the most beautiful fur in the world wearing nothing but a few leaves. And the you join in on the intimidation, guys?
Please.
Yes.
everyone
And
crowds
the
around.
pearlescent tiefling with the demon hordes, daughter of the demon lord Balzag, and the shadow Tabaxi. And it looks up at these creatures, realizing that they may just have it for dinner, and it's like, if you cut me open, I do not have gold inside.
We could try.
Oh my god.
There is nothing worthwhile inside of me, only where I can lead you will the treasure be found. It is truth. I do not lie. There is great treasure ahead. You must free me and let me show you the way.
I might look at everyone and just be like, yep.
Just wanted to say, I did not think you had gold inside you, but that pelt, though, would go for a very nice penny. So, this treasure...
It reaches over with its little carny hands and starts throwing dirt on itself.
I try and slap its hand, but I also kind of don't want to touch it.
Can I persuade her to like not
course.
open the deer?
I don't want to open the deer.
It's a weird.
Oh no, can you not
See?
take the
She
pelt of the
doesn't want
deer?
to open the deer.
Why is it throwing dirt on itself?
It's trying to wreck the pelt. Do you know how hard that is to get out after you just like...
I'd really
okay,
like to
just like-
persuade her to not skin the deer.
I was thinking about its teeth.
You want the teeth?
All of those things will
We
go
can
for
take some
money.
teeth and keep it alive.
Could you
No, that's
imagine
Sarah.
what I could get for that?
No, my precious teeth. Come. All I can offer you is the treasure that lies ahead.
Gotta step in,
It
man.
does sound like
Alright.
a lot of treasure. I'm gonna be persuaded. A lot of
Enough.
treasure. Okay.
As long as the creature keeps the chatter to a minimum, I'm happy to follow it to a treasure.
It stops wiggling its little hands.
Yeah, no more carny hands.
All right, Shadow. Let's let the charismatic person take care of this. All right, we're gonna follow the weird goat thing or whatever it is.
Okay, so do you let go of the deer?
I don't let go of it. What I'd very much like to do, if it's possible, is tie it up and harness it in some fashion. You know, if someone had the power over nature and could wrap some vines on it, that'd be dope. Or if there was some kind of evil magic from a bone kingdom that could lash this thing and like keep its chatter and carny hands down as it leads us wherever we need to go, that'd be great.
Do I have the power to fashion like a halter and a lead for this?
Oh, you were
deer?
born of the forest. Why, all of the things around you are your tools to do with as you will. Yes, there are some vines. You can pull them down and fashion
Amazing.
some ropes.
Or maybe one of the party has a rope.
I
Yes,
have rope.
I think many of you have ropes.
I feel like I'm just watching these two, and I just like, as they're talking, I just like pull out my rope.
And by the time we've stopped talking, she's like already got the halter on the deer.
Yep, and the deer is now bound. How extensively would you like to bind this deer?
So I'd like to wear around like the harness around the chest and
Okay.
like a little bit around the neck.
So like a baby harness. It
yeah,
can
like a
go,
baby
but
harness.
you can push the button and it
But I
comes
want to
back.
do an extra bit around the neck that's sort of like a choker chain that if it like pulls too hard,
yeah.
this is gonna tighten.
So it's a little bit shibari.
little bit shibari, yeah.
All right, and then do you let go of it once it's tied?
Once it's tied,
I
let
hand
go
you the
of it.
rope because I'm not gonna be able to hold this thing.
Yeah, Golfag carries
Great.
it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm carrying.
Goldfag
Yeah.
has arms.
Go.
They are large.
Wing arms? Yeah, sure.
I told you I'd make you carry something.
Yeah. All right. I'm carrying the critter.
Okay, so
Or
it
I'm
stands
holding
up,
the
it shakes
leash.
itself off, and a little magical tinkle of silver energy goes off, and all of the dirt that it threw in its fur now disappears as it casts a prestidigitation spell and instantly
nice.
cleans itself.
Wow.
And it's like, he goes, "Thank you for your kindness.
Yeah,
I will
well,
now lead the way to the untold treasures that I have told you about." And it starts trotting off in a direction through the forest.
Let's go.
So as you continue to follow the creature through the forest, you start coming into areas that are unfamiliar to you, a part of the forest that you've never been to before. The trees start to become more crooked, their shapes jutting out at sharper angles. The foliage starts to become denser, and the wind that was rippling through the foliage above is now becoming more aggressive as you feel the trees like moving suddenly left and right. Left and right. A branch falls off in the distance to the side. And you see a small stoat scramble out from underneath a tree. But it is not a regular stoat, no. It is a hideously twisted mutant stoat with only one eye
This just got worse.
and two arms. And it waddles around on its back legs, dragging its front half around.
DM, what's a stoat?
It's like a weasel.
Oh, gotcha.
Usually cuter though, but
Yeah.
obviously not this time.
Okay.
What?
Usually cuter, but not this time.
Not
This
time.
is an unnatural place.
How does the tiefling feel about this place?
I'm feeling really lazy, and I'm kind of wondering, can Golfag also carry me? Along with the weird deer? Deer?
You could
The deer,
ride
yeah.
the deer.
I don't want to ride that deer.
No.
It's creepy, and I want its teeth. Yeah.
Okay, so the deer continues to lead you, and as you go, the trees start to become less natural, and you see that the leaves are actually missing from many of the trees, skeletal branches stretching up to the sky, and as you look closer, you see that they're actually petrified, almost unto stone. You get a smell in the air that you immediately recognize as the smell of a mire or a bog or a swamp coming up. The land around you starts to become more swampy. The deer continues to lead you.
I start to become a bit wary, and can I use any of my other senses to see? Because this is starting to get no treasure, but no one said anything about creepy terrain. This is not what I was anticipating.
Interrogate the deer again.
Interrogate the deer, yeah.
I sort of just like sidle up to this deer, and I'm just like, so where exactly are you taking us for this untold treasure?
We probably should have asked, but like.
It's not far now. Just a little ways more.
I just sort of like flick out my claws because I am so untrustworthy right now.
And you look over and your acute perceptions, you see another stoat, but it's not a regular stoat. It's a skeleton stoat.
Uh-oh. It's a stoat ambush, isn't
And then
Do
it?
we
it
want that as
scurries
well?
off.
No, now I'm on high alert because that's a skeleton moving, and that's not good. So I bring my claws up to this. I'm still talking to the deer. Yes. Yep. So I bring my claws up and I'm like, okay, this untold treasure, is it already someone's treasure?
Good question.
No! It is just lying there, waiting to be collected, hidden. Well, it's not even hidden, it's just in the open. It's just a little bit farther. Just over there.
All right, he's super lying.
I want to try and see if this deer is leading us into a trap. Because
Give me an insight roll.
What?
That's a 9.
You have a lot of faith in this deer. You think it totally knows what it's doing.
Jesus.
Excuse me, Mr. Deer. Mr. Deer. We forgot to ask you a very basic question. Like, what's your name? Do you go by like anything, or can I just call you like Deer Dude?
You can call me Ralph.
Hey, Ralph.
Ralph.
Jupiter is uncomfortable.
We're all uncomfortable.
Shall I continue leading the way?
Can I leave the deer with the party briefly and just go check out what this stoat situation is?
Okay,
just
so-
like a quick bit of reconnaissance with a broken wing.
So you leave the path.
That sounds so bad the way that you
No,
said
no, no,
it.
no. Hey, who are you passing the rope to? You passing it to
Also
Jupiter?
foreboding. No, I mean you three can handle the one weird critter while I fly forward and back a little bit.
Can
No?
we?
Can't you?
Can we?
This
Tieflings are small.
She will not do this.
I'm not
And
touching
it
that
is
thing.
like the size of me. If it pulls, I will be dragged along with it. It will get choked,
What
but
about
I
just
will get
jump
dragged.
over? Hello, I'm still here.
I'm just saying.
You look at the large bugbear that's probably taller than the bird guy.
Oh.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm giving it to the bugbear.
Okay. Thank you. Give me the rope.
Is
Give
it
me
like
the
a
rope.
tree?
It has a druid staff that is basically a small tree.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Helpful.
I have the rope.
That's big.
Go, fly, my pretty.
What's the
Here,
schedule?
tree, take the critter.
You run after the skeleton stoat.
I run in a direction that will give me an idea of what all these stoats are about.
Give me a
Towards,
nature
but not
roll.
up to.
Discreetly.
Give me a nature roll, please. Nature? 1d20.
Five.
Oh.
Okay, you take a few steps and then your leg gets sucked completely into the wet ground beneath your feet. And you hear the awkward flapping of Bird Boy over there, just a couple of meters off the path. He's like, spreads as you flap your wings and actually are able to fly up a little bit. Like you see him like boom, boom, you hear a huge gust of wind and he starts pulling his leg up.
Oh, is he stuck? He's stuck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As he comes up, you guys look over and you see as he's rising out of the mire, there's something catching onto your leg, and you see these large set of brown and green slimy lips that are
Lips.
smacked around
Lips.
his legs and now being drawn out of the swamp, and this large fleshy protrusion, warty brown and green, being drawn out behind him. And you see another set of lips come out of the bog, and another set of lips on the round protrusion, and they lips peel back, bearing teeth.
Oh, teeth. Oh, you got chomped.
And the deer starts going,
Your treasure awaits!
We gotta go save this bird boy.
I've got some kind of dexterity stuff, like, because I've got wings and I've got
Okay.
claws.
All right,
and I'm
so
a soldier,
you're now
so
risen.
I know how
Yeah.
to, like,
So you've now risen a full 2 meters out of the
Lips
bog,
and
but this
stuff.
thing is like on your leg. Your leg went straight into the mouth.
Do I just claw at it with my natural fantastic
If you want,
claws?
I mean,
or
you
can
can
I
also-
whip out a weapon and start
Yeah,
just
whatever
thump
you
it
like.
away on these lips?
Yep, whatever you like.
Okay, no, don't give me that look. Yeah, so I'm grabbing out that axe. I'm grabbing my axe, I'm whipping it out, and I'm going, yeah, take that.
Give me an
weird,
attack roll as
Weird
you-
boggy bits.
We boogie bits.
Would you
Plus
like
my
to?
attack bonus?
Would you like to rage, barbarian?
I would like to rage, please,
You
Dungeon Master.
Go into a violent rage and start swearing and yelling and pull out a great axe and then start violently hacking at this thing. You hit.
I rolled a 22.
That's amazing. Now roll damage. You get to roll add +2 to your damage. No, it's the damage from the weapon. So it's a great axe, which is D12 plus your strength bonus, written on your sheet.
6.
Total.
Plus my strength bonus. No, it is 8 total.
A big gash opens up at the pseudopod that's sort of like the fleshy protrusion that's beneath your leg, and you cut it open and it sort of like cuts halfway through it and starts to release its grip a little bit. We're gonna go around this way. What are you doing, Credo?
I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, can I help him? Can I throw a fireball?
Yeah, of course.
Please?
Yeah, so you do fireball.
You've had fireballs this entire time?
Yes, I could have. Sorry.
This whole time there was fire available.
Daughter of a demon lord.
Demon. Yeah, I've got
I don't know what I
horns. What do you think I do with my spare time? Fireballs.
Okay.
And teeth.
So
All
we
right,
run
so
to
you make
see?
a attack
12.
roll.
Is that with a 12?
20-sided dice.
20. Okay. Yep, 17.
All right, so you're targeting the same one that's holding onto him.
No.
Release him!
Fine, yes. Fine. We're going to aim at the one that's
Okay,
that's
an
holding
arcing
him.
bolt of what color is your flame?
Blue.
An arcing bolt of blue flame shoots out from your hands and envelops itself around the body of the thing that is attacking you. A few of your feathers become slightly singed, but roll damage, 1d10.
Good. Thank you. That one. 6.
Cool. And wraps around at the flames, and it immediately screams, and all 3 of the mouths that are protruding out from the swamps now go, "Ah!" A deep moaning, and then tracked and sink back into the swamp.
Holy shit.
Is he
The
free?
deer stops
Are you
laughing and has a nervous look on its face.
I want to like
Remember, it has a
stab the
rope.
deer.
Yeah, you're holding it. Is it time to kill the deer? I mean, I know it's leading us on an adventure, but it's not been a fun adventure so far. I got muck all on my talons.
I don't
wanna
think we
kill
can. He's like the deer is narrating the adventure here. If we kill it,
All right.
he's, you know.
I'm gonna jump up to this deer, dagger to the throat, and just like give me a good reason why I should not just slit your throat right now.
We played into this once before, my dudes. We played into this, like, we almost got
Oh yeah.
Golfak killed.
Flipped out.
This treasure does not exist.
The deer cannot be intimidated. Maybe somebody else can.
Just kill it.
I would like to investigate this or something. I want to ask you questions. I want to ask
Oh,
the deer some questions.
Just ask away, whatever questions you want.
What's your deal, man? What are you trying to do? What are you doing with us? Can I have your teeth?
But just a molar, just at the back. You like
Black ones.
I would prefer if you do not have my teeth, but fear not. He strayed from the path, and that was his folly. Your destination is just ahead.
And it points,
Okay.
and the
Oh,
mists
fuck.
part down the end of the trail,
Oh.
and you see a jagged, janky tower, 4 floors in total, rising up from the mire in the distance.
We want this
The
tower.
clouds part above it, the wind dies down, and the moon glistens, shining light
I'm
off
really
the
into
various
this.
recesses.
So I just like, I have the rope, and I just start like power walking towards this castle, and the deer is like dragged behind me. I don't wait. I do not wait for it to get up.
That suits me. I've got that barbarian rage on, so I'm plowing right towards this thing. Let's get it
absolutely, absolutely.
All the endorphins.
yeah.
Does the cat like just grab onto me and it's just like, what? Gonna go for a ride?
Can I jump on
I'm
her like
huge.
shoulder?
Of the bugbear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's more like a large backpack. It's a bit of
Scramble.
extra weight. Yeah.
I just sort
Jetpack.
of scramble atop to get a really good view of what's going ahead of me.
And
Alright,
then
yeah, cool.
who's gonna grab the tiefling?
She
You got to jump on board,
Makes
man.
her
I'm
own
already
pace.
raging forward
Yeah, no, I jump on Golfak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
so
that's-
with my limpy
angry.
bird strength,
Told you I get a feedback.
meandering bird strength.
And what
the
you
horns
say
sort
as
of
you mount
poke
the
as you
bird.
I told you I'd mount you. Like 2 hours ago, I told him I'd mount him.
I'm angrily striding on the path with this deer being dragged behind. I got a cat on one shoulder. I've grabbed Goldfag. I've got a tiefling somewhere. I'm just running. I don't care anymore. Get me to this castle.
All right.
Is anyone watching for what's happening while we're raging forward?
Give me a perception roll.
I mean, is anyone? As
This is why I jumped on the shoulder. This is why I jumped on the shoulder to get a view of what's
Okay, so the
going
two
on.
people who are paying careful attention to the environment on their riding mounts,
I'm crying.
can make. You can both make perception rolls to observe the environment.
20.
Oh my god, you both rolled natural 20s.
Oh my gosh. So you can't pull any surprises on us.
Can we get X-ray vision now?
Okay, so as you
Curse! Did you put on this on the table?
Yeah, he rolled a 1 as his very first roll ever in
And
D&D.
then 2 more ones.
And then 2 more.
I don't know if you've noticed, but this person has a Tabletop Dynasties Baby Owlbear dice charm right in front of them. Yeah.
And it really works.
As you can see.
Ma'am, may we borrow a dice charm,
Yeah, can we get some of those dice charms?
Yes.
We're gonna
Yeah,
be
this
on
is
it.
right.
I want to borrow, please. Yep, I'm good.
Good. So, you glance over to the crooked tower, 3 full floors of crumbling stonework, falling off here and there. Vines that once clad the entire building, you imagine, are now dry and withered, falling off away, leaving just the skeletal structure. Above the top, there's a roof, which is half fallen to pieces. And you can see, standing at an empty window that is now broken and gone, is a strange looking owl. But the room that the owl is in is large. A large room, which means it must be a large owl.
What floor?
As its yellow eyes stare out at you. It has brown with white mottled feathers. The owl must be larger than any of the people in your party.
Even me?
Even you.
That's terrifying. I want to kill it.
In the lower floors of the building, you catch sight of a couple of small writhing shapes, maybe about 2 or 3 feet long. They are worm-like creatures.
Dungeon
Maybe
Master?
2 or 3 of them.
Dungeon Master? We can't see this, right? We have no idea.
No, you got the rage.
Okay,
But
cool.
beyond that, on the 2nd floor, through a broken window, you catch the glint of gold.
What floor, sorry?
The 2nd floor. 3 floors. Top floor, large giant owl looking out at you through yellow eyes. Bottom floor, creepy worm things. 2nd floor, gold.
Yeah. Can I catapult Shadow into the 2nd floor?
You are
Only a small object.
Isn't she tiny?
I'm
not
not
that
that
small.
tiny.
God damn it. And you are a weak tiefling who has no combat ability. That's my spell.
She could possibly, but this would be like a Wolverine and Colossus situation.
Yeah,
I'm
the
into it.
fastball special.
Anyway,
Yeah, I know what's up. You guys have to do the thinking.
yeah, you guys
for
have
us.
to start.
You have
we
to
don't know
figure
what's
out the
happening.
plan
They're
because
mad.
they're
I'm
just
just
mad.
How far away are we at this point?
You guys are probably about 20 meters away, so it's like from here to that last stall.
The only
Okay.
thing I'm looking for is something to crush. So if there's a big door or something that can be hit,
Yep.
I am
Alright.
wildly upset.
or any object at all, really.
Can we keep riding our mounts through the doors of the
Yeah,
bottom
make an animal
tower?
handling
Yeah,
roll.
yeah. And make them rage through,
I like
sacrificing them if necessary.
Alright, so yeah, so you guys can both make animal handling rolls to control your mounts.
Oh, come on!
20!
Are you shitting me right now?
How?
Well, look, he's in a
They're not
rage,
loaded, I
and
promise.
the cat starts like stabbing, like treating you like a horse and like kicking you in the side, and you're like, no, and you shake the cat off and like, wow, get on. However, you successfully pilot the barbarian Aarakocra. And where are you leading him?
into that door, straight through
All
that
right,
door.
cool. That's exactly where
rage
you want to go
around.
anyway. So, you
Yep.
succeed. Like, he's like in a total blind rage, and he's like about to stumble and fall on some bits of rock, and you're like, nope. You guide him successfully around, a little bit of left, a little bit of right, and then crash, crumble, thunder. The last of the rotting, moldering door that were holding it together now splinter apart, and you careen through into a darkened room with like a 3-meter ceiling, and you see what's left of a spiral staircase on the far side that goes up to the next level. Immediately
definitely
upon
stop.
looking around the room, you see 3 or 4 of these strange, like worm-like creatures.
I stop. I
I
definitely
sort of
stop.
call from a distance and just like, use the fire on the bottom floor.
Do I use a fireball?
I'm just yelling, crush the swamp at this point.
Okay, and
Crush the
you
swamp!
start stowing around and
Crush
start to
the
stomp,
swamp!
stomp on these worms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting a little concerned
And
now.
hack.
And
So
I'm,
these
like,
guys
ready to
crash
attack.
in, and
Stomp
are
and
you
hack.
gonna follow up? You two gonna...
I'm sort of just like still like just hanging on. I'm not like really controlling you anymore.
Can I throw you at the worms? Oh, wait, how big are the worms? Are we little?
I'm like big suckers,
Okay,
man.
cool. Are the worms like in immediate?
Are they edible?
Are we in immediate danger?
They look like
longer
obsidian
or
color
thicker?
things. Oh no, they're just like there's probably about 10 or 15 of them on the floor, just writhing around.
All right, I can
More
attempt
important than
to.
Link.
You see various bones scattered around the floor. And
I dislike
old
this immensely.
humanoid remains.
So I've just let you know as well. I'm like second floor treasure. We need to get it second floor.
Someone light up the first floor, please. I dislike this.
You hear the squealing of the deer behind you, like "Ah!" as it's been dragged a full 100 meters.
I forgot about him. And his teeth.
Somebody make a move. We gotta have some light. We gotta know what's in here.
Light us up.
Lice. What?
Light up the space.
Oh, they said
Fire.
lice because I can throw lice at people as well.
Don't do that. Is there a spell?
That's my
Throw
spell.
lice? Throw lice.
Spell contract life.
Can I
It's called,
fire? All right, I'm just gonna fireball
It's called
again.
infestation. It throws a cloud of lice at people, and they run around in a random direction, scratching themselves. Yeah, it's great.
But
Doesn't
do
do
you have
much
any way
damage.
of finding out what these wormy, snaky
we do, like, a
things are
perception
as
check
you're
or something?
smashing them?
Yeah, I want to do a
Yes,
perception
of
check
course.
if the place is made of wood because I don't want to set this tower on fire.
So you're in a room, bottom floor, 3-meter ceilings,
Yep.
worms on the floor, remains of various humanoid creatures, spiral staircase,
Stone or wood?
stone walls, wooden
Okay.
floors.
Fireballing it.
Fireballing at a worm.
Are there torches? I would like to not touch the worms, but try to go towards the stairs.
Try and go towards the stairs?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So you make way across. The worms seem to be gravitating towards you. They don't move very quickly, but they're sort of moving towards you.
Yeah, look, I just pick up the pace and just keep legging it towards the. I might have to step over
I-
a couple, but I'm like,
Yep.
"Ooh."
Can
Okay,
I-
so give me a dexterity roll to avoid stepping on the worms.
That's a 15.
Yep. Cool, so you jump around. And what are you guys doing?
Can I shoot my short bow from her shoulder at
Yep.
one of these worms?
I thought you were not on her anymore.
Oh,
You're on my shoulder. I just wanted you. I'm like, stop it! Don't touch
I
them.
just like okay, so I'm off you now.
Do you want to get off?
No, I was like clinging to your back. I'm
Okay.
like not
You-
riding
cool,
you
cool.
anymore, but
You're
I'm
in
gonna,
control of this. You want to get off?
I'll jump down. I'll jump down now, and I'll try and shoot my short bow at one of these things
All right, cool.
because I want to do it from a distance as much as I can.
Yep. So they're moving pretty slowly. So give me an attack roll at advantage.
Do I need to roll?
You don't need advantage, do you?
I don't.
See, the person who brought the dice charm has charmed dice.
She's got another D20.
All right, so it's a hit. It goes straight through it, and you see it sticks, and it would normally go all the way out the other side, but it looks like there's some kind of sticky, viscous substance inside it that's stopping it from going any further, like a purple paste.
Does it look anywhat deterred from that hit, or is it just?
Well, it's
still-
finding it very difficult to move around with like an arrow sticking through it sideways. It's like obstructing it from. It's
But
like getting
otherwise it's
stuck on
chilling.
a brick.
Otherwise, it's chilling.
I'm just gonna
They
get
are
up the
moving
stairs, my
towards
dude.
you. They're trying to
I
like
don't
get
wanna
in your
touch
way, and they.
I feel like this is going to be a leech situation, and I do not want to be near one of those things' mouths. I don't know what
You
a
want to
mouth
take
looks
on
like.
10 to 15 of them?
No, I want to get away from it.
Okay, cool. Jump on. Let's go.
What if it's
Right.
an amoeba type situation and every time you hack one in half, there's more and more and more? What
An
if it's-
amoeba? You mean a hydra?
Yeah, that one.
So
That
they are trying to block our way.
Huh?
They're trying to block our way.
They're trying to move in front. You can step around them. It's just difficult because they're trying to get under your feet.
Okay, can I cast my interspersion to make them move randomly out of the way?
You want to infest them?
Infest them? Oh, is that what it is?
Infestation.
They move randomly. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to
All
throw
right.
lice at them.
So
It's a bad idea.
the tiefling just like waves a hand, and then magically a few feet away from her hand, a cloud of lice magically appears and then starts rolling all over these worms. They start writhing in agony and uncomfortable and start just moving in random directions erratically as the lice infest them.
How close am I to the stairs?
But have they stopped coming towards us in this moment? Are they down distracted?
In this moment, there's a path of them where they're distracted in front of you. You guys want to jet past?
Jet through.
I'm still raging, so I'm happy to be the one who's clearing a path.
He's
Because
just having a
what with the
tantrum.
anger, because I'm just want to be smashing and
Alright,
moving
so-
forward.
Okay,
that's my whole.
that's cool. So, Kridu, you need to make another animal handling roll, unless
Did I make this worse?
Well, do you want him to not care about stepping on them, or to try and avoid stepping on them, or because he's just running through, he's charging through. You're the person controlling his movements because you're
Oh.
riding him.
How big is he in comparison to the worms?
He's like 10 times the size.
I want him to step on them.
All right, great, awesome,
Deliberately or accidentally?
Deliberately.
Yeah, good, thank you.
awesome. Okay, good. Okay, so the barbarian starts like, "Oh!" What do you say in a rage as you step on the worms?
Fire, you filthy swamp!
Kill the swamp!
Smashed! The
Okay,
usual
cool.
stuff.
All right,
Smash,
so
crush,
you
destroy.
step on the worm, you step on another worm,
Oh, situation.
and then you go and try and step on another worm, but you find that the purple viscous liquid that spattered all over the floor as they exploded beneath your feet like the rear end of a cockroach is now encasing the bottom of your foot and creating a taffy-like substance
Again.
that's
And he's stuck
stopping
again.
your feet
Good.
from moving.
My poor, poor sick talons.
I told y'all. I told all of y'all.
Hey, I said I would sacrifice you two to get up to the second floor. I don't care.
Okay, I'd like to go and help him. I'd like
Pull him out.
I'd like to fucking scoop him and try and scoop him out of there.
Scoop him out of there?
Yeah, just like,
He's only a little smaller than you.
Scoop or push? Just like.
do I have to do like
You want to go up and start pulling him
I'll
out? So
tug
you've
him.
jet through. So you're standing on the stairs. You're like halfway up the stairs looking down at this situation.
Just-
Kridu, you're on top going, get out of there!
I'm tugging.
All right, cool. So I'd like you guys to make a strength test, please.
Can I say that my character is actually conflicted at this point of whether to
20
say?
plus a 2
Wow.
It works!
Okay.
I get him out.
This job works!
See?
John works.
I mean, not for me, but for other people.
My precious, my precious.
All hail!
All hail. All hail, baby owlbears. Okay, so you yank him out, and you guys fly tumbling over towards the base of the stairs. Make a dexterity roll, please.
Oh.
$13.
All right, so you're like very haphazardly step off the back of the bugbear as he sort of falls over onto. You stop yourself from being collected underneath underneath the bugbear and the Aarakocra as they sort of roll off to the side. And you like take a step off onto the stairs, standing next to Shadow, and the two of you stand up there, looking down at these primitive animal people.
I'm beautiful, excuse you.
We have this moment of like looking at each other and just, do we just go up?
Yeah.
Do we? We did just meet them.
I know, I don't care. I've been saying this the whole time.
But they also have.
And you look back because you hear this.
Leave behind! Shoot an arrow at
And
him.
you see the deer is like trapped in the purple viscous liquid, going, its fur being like
Aw.
seeped into by this stuff. It's like
So
its
you want
weird
some help.
carny hands twitching and its human teeth like, save me, don't leave me to die.
It's
And these other three worms are like raising up, and you see their little mouths opening and like needle fine teeth at the front of their mouths. Like, ah!
You want the pelt?
that shit's not gonna come out. That health is.
I'd like to leave the deer.
Same.
Ralph?
I look so disappointed though. I'm just like you just.
I'd like to, as I'm climbing up the stairs, I imagine I'm there now, I would like to say goodbye, Ralph, and I hate you. Bye.
You guys go up the stairs to the sucking sounds as the 15 worms descend onto, well, there's probably about 12 of them now after you stamped on a whole bunch of them, now descend on the magical deer and start sucking its vital juices into their pulpy bodies.
I can't tell you how tickled I am that this gross and malicious, disgusting creature had such a horrible, gross, disgusting, and ultimately fitting end.
I'm annoyed at you.
It was so
Stop touching things.
We don't need it, right?
I don't know.
Just
You don't ask me.
From all of the crushing and destroying, I'm fairly certain my rage is worn off and I'm thinking a bit more clearly now, right?
Yeah, but you can get angry again anytime you want.
That's right, I can. So where to now? Treasure room?
Oh, isn't he still? Are they still stuck?
No,
I rolled a 20.
Oh,
to
great.
pull him out. That's
Yeah,
why they
thanks
went
for paying
flying and you
attention
had to come
there.
off the mountain.
Yeah.
Well, we're obviously going up the stairs. We're gonna go behold
Well, I
our.
believe that Shadow is leading the way, the
I
first
am
to mount
leading
the
the way.
stairs.
I'm sort of slinking up there, and this is I want to, like, as we're reaching the top, I just want to do like a little poke out.
Okay.
Because there was that creepy owl at the top, but
Uh-huh.
that means that, like, bottom guarded, top guarded. What is on that floor?
All right, so you come up, and what's left of a mostly broken trapdoor hangs over the weathered wooden floor. That is the second floor of this building. And you sort of like just push away a couple of broken planks and slowly just creep your head up. You find a room, same kind of circumference as the one you just came out of, but now this is a wooden floor that's before you. Bits and pieces of broken furniture lay strewn around the room, but in the middle of the room is indeed a vast pile of treasure and gems. Give me a
Yeah.
perception roll. You see that what was once another spiral staircase on the other side of the room is now broken and decayed. Unlike the one that you came up, which was a stone spiral staircase, this was a wooden one. And you see above that, the floor for the next level of the building is in fact mostly broken away, and vast portions of it have just fallen down onto this level.
Does that mean that that ground is not secure where that treasure is?
Well, if that much weight from treasure is sitting on top of that floor, it's probably pretty sturdy. But the floor above you, like the next level, that floor is falling away, and
That-
large parts of it have come through, and you can see through beyond that to where the roof is broken out to the sky, where the moon glimpses in with a wicked slither.
Can I through that? Can I see the owl from below at all?
owl?
Like it moving? Like is it moving at all? Cause like the floor creak up there.
You can't see anything up there.
I think they're plotting against us.
I'm just like doing a quick scout around the area to see if I can see any sort of traps or anything like that, and I am.
Okay, so you come out and you start doing okay rounds to make an investigation roll.
What's that, Faith?
It's a 10.
Seems pretty safe up here. You should have your friends come up.
I want to stealth up to the treasure. I'm just like, I just want to go.
Give me a stealth roll.
I'm really good at
The
stealth.
giant tree does the stealth roll.
That's that's a 13 then.
Yep. So you creep along silently, without a noise. Like you look around, you can't even see this bugbear. It's like, come on, Jupiter, let's go. What? Jupiter? Literally melded into the shadows. She's like, doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo.
Using the light filtering through.
Yeah. And you sort of look up and you get to the treasure. It's like creepily little fingers across the floor. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And you're within touching distance of the golden jewels even now. And this close, you're like a foot away from them. Little bugbear nose twitching. Yeah, it smells like gold.
Look like gold. Must be gold.
Tastes like crap.
Do you come up, Credo? Oh, Kidu?
Yeah, of course I'm coming up.
All right, cool.
Let me check this gold
And
out.
Golfag?
Yes.
Are you coming up to the gold, or you're holding back? You're just enjoying
Oh, no.
watching this beautiful creature slink along the floor.
That one.
We're greedy.
You've never seen such dexterous fingers. Such a twitchy little nose.
And luscious fur.
He's watching from behind. We know this.
Okay.
I want to yoink the gold.
Her little bugbear tail is like, doo doo doo. Smells like gold, but does it taste like gold?
It tastes like crab.
Okay, so you creep the last couple of feet and your dexterous little fingers, and you stick out your little tongue, and the distinct metallic twang of gold goes into your spine, giving you a satisfying tingle, and you all hear the sound. Who are you? And you look up, and you see leering over the edge of the broken floor from the platform above is a giant dark brown feathered owl with little speckles on it. Its gleaming yellow eyes now open, reflecting the moonlight as it looks down upon you.
So I didn't see the owl because I was like raging towards the castle. So I am petrified right now. But wait. Can the owl see me? Because I did such a good stealth roll. It's just like, can it see me?
It's literally above, looking straight down.
Oh, so despite my stealth, it can see me. Okay. Just tasted
can
the
see
gold,
all
sir.
of you.
Just tasted the gold. I'm just gonna leave. Tasted the gold.
Given that we share some kind of avian bond, myself and this giant, disturbingly eyed creature.
It's pretty normal for bird eyes to be that color.
Okay.
You're not
I knew
upset
that
by it.
because I'm a bird person.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was for real. And in fact, I could see in those eyes something of my own ancestry.
Kinship, yeah.
And I'd like to say to this creature, like, hey cousin, what's up? How are you? It's been forever. How are
Yes.
It's me, Goldfag.
is the appropriate word. I have been very well, thank you.
So my friends and I, we just thought we'd come for a visit since I haven't seen you in so long. And I was wondering if we could all confer with Marty.
We just need a little. We just need 350.
We wanted some teeth and
We
taste
would
some
like
gold.
to take some of this treasure.
So you
Off
guys
your
are having this.
hands.
You don't need to talk away from the microphones. You can. I'm assuming you're
alright.
talking.
Oh,
You have a
yeah,
little
yeah.
huddle.
Yeah,
want
party
to-
huddle.
Yeah, party hudding.
Yeah.
We want to take some of this gold to alleviate the pressure on,
Yeah,
your,
the
on your
burden.
cousin, so that they don't get so many unwanted visitors. Because I mean, we already got rid of the deer for him
So
that were
many.
leading people.
For
I
sure.
mean, yeah.
Yeah, okay, got it. So, cousin, we met a creepy deer on the way over. And
Was he
we...
gold spots, weird hands?
That's the one. Tiny weird hands.
I hate that guy.
No way!
Same.
My exact first feeling upon meeting this was like, you, my dear cousin Larry, right? It was Larry? Yeah, because Auntie Kathy's sister's
It's
cousin's
Williker.
boy.
Jarmy Willikers.
Johnny for short, right?
Jarmy Willikers.
Jarmy
Willikers. Who? Jarmy.
Oh my god. So yeah, we got a
Willikers.
we got a bad vibe off that doe creature, just like you did, and he was talking all this stuff about how you had all this money and he was going to take it, and we just saw him outside your house, and we were like, hey, don't go doing that. I'm here with my friends trying to visit my cousin, and you can't be stealing his money, because we were coming to hang out and definitely not steal the money, but we just thought, we'd help with it and take it to a place and keep it safe for you so that all these weird doe things wouldn't keep coming to...
Give me a persuasion roll.
Good luck.
Or deception. Your choice.
Which one's higher? Okay. You got a persuasion +1, or you have a deception +1. So just roll. Just see what happens. 11 +1, and then do you want to deceive him or persuade? Persuade.
Do you have my current address.
Current address?
No.
Because I have all this treasure here, see? And I was just sitting here wondering how I was going to get it home.
I mean, we can absolutely help you get this home, but let's be reasonable. We are working people, and we will need some kind of compensation. And I mean, we did also completely get rid of that horrible deer dude for you.
I have crumpets.
Not exactly
I could offer
hungry.
you tea.
I have a +4 to deception. I would really like to try and convince this person that I'm from a bank and I'm going to try and invest his gold into
solid.
the nearest city. I'm going to make sure that he gets at least...
Give me your spiel.
Okay, cool. Hi, John. Thank you so much for your time today. Just wanted to talk to you about our...
Willikers.
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 Woo. Just wanted to talk to you today. Just wanted to talk to you today about, our wonderful services that we offer at the local bank. Just down the road. I'm sure your beautiful bird eyes can see all the way there.
Bank? Which bank?
The Who Bank of the city.
Give me a deception roll.
It's not deceiving anybody.
16 + 4, 20.
Ooh, damn.
Ooh, I've not heard of that bank before.
Look, we're brand new and we really need some people to put their faith into us that we are going to get you 20% returns every year for the next 5 years. So can I sign you up? I just need you to fill out some forms. I'm gonna have to take this. Don't worry, I'll make sure it's all cleared out of here.
Do you have a pen?
Do we have what? Sorry. We got a pen.
Does anyone have a writing kit?
Anybody have a writing kit?
Please, I am quite amenable to the suggestion if you will only show me a reasonable contract.
Can I cast a minor illusion?
You can cast a minor illusion, yes.
Roll good. Roll good.
Roll the d20.
Give me them
No,
mats.
the illusion is fine. You cast the illusion and generate a contract. And what would you like this contract to read?
I'd like it to read that there's 20% returns every 5 years in the bank of the Who Bank.
The Who Bank.
The
Who
Bank.
Bank.
Who Bank.
All right, so I'd like you to give me
And then like
just...
really fine contract detail that kind of says that this is null and void. Yep. After
Wait.
tomorrow. So you can't see it though.
The owl eyes. The
Yeah,
owl
he's
eyes,
got
my
giant
dude.
eyes.
Yes, you know,
Giant-
as
he'll
a
read
druid,
all the T's and
they
C's.
have
just-
expert vision.
I'm just going. Take it out. Take it out.
No T's and C's.
Someone distract him. Just give him a sign it.
I smudge the ink really quickly.
It's not a physical object. Your finger kind of goes through the thing. Let's see if the owl sees the finger
No,
going.
he doesn't.
Oh no.
I don't know. No, it doesn't.
Okay, cool. So here's your contract. I just like stab myself and I'm like, here's some ink. Yeah, just put your talent on there. We're good. Can we leave now?
Ooh. Well, certainly. And it reaches down with its talon into the pool of blood that you've just opened up in your arm. And pulls out the claw and goes to the paper. Now you know, Creedu, that as soon as if it doesn't touch a physical surface to write on, then it'll know immediately that it's an illusion and not a real contract.
I want to deceive it again.
What do you do?
I'm gonna put golf bag underneath the thing and make him sign golf bag.
Golfag, are you participating in this willful deception by putting your feather under there to pretend to be paper so that it can sign its fortune away to you?
Well, a feather's not too flat. I need some kind of flat surface. Is there a flat surface? Somebody search me
Use
for a
your
flat
butt.
surface on my body.
You could just pluck some feathers out.
I'll do that then.
Okay, you furiously, give me a dexterity roll as you furiously and swiftly flux those feathers from your body.
Whoa.
Oh my god, dude.
And see, dice charms.
19.
Yeah, dice charms.
I rolled 3 ones.
The
The first 3 rolls I had were 3 ones, and then I picked up a bugbear dice charm, and now, look at this, 19!
A real testimonial from a real person. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Get your Owlbear dice charms right here. This is actual living proof that Owlbear dice charms in-game will functionally charm your dice for the better. Right here, right now, at the Tabletop Dynasties stand at PAX. One time only exclusive special deal. So, where were we? You pluck furiously pluck the feathers away from your skin, exposing your turkey flesh, and then bare your chest beneath the illusion.
Yep.
Give me one last and possibly most important deception roll.
With the d20.
Yes, please.
Jupiter's sweating bullets right now.
18.
Oh my jeez.
All right, and the owl. Okay, so as the owl's razor-sharp talon signs its name.
Quietly.
I do love a musical accompaniment. The enthusiasm of your bank's perks surely have given me confidence in your investment strategy. Very well. You'll find me in the cabin by the old tree on the far side of the cottage in the Who's Grove. I'll see you there in 3 days. And flap, flap, flap. The giant wings of the owl extend a full 2 meters either side of this structure as it flies off into the distance, and you're left with a giant pile of treasure, more than you could ever carry, but victorious in your efforts. Thank you so much for playing this Magical Forest Adventure in a magical forest today. Yes, we really appreciate it. This has been Tabletop Dynasties. This is our first game of the day. We're going to be back at 2 p.m. with a 15-minute presentation of Cooking the Monster, where we talk about how to break down a monster into serviceable choice cuts of meat and prepare it for your friends. We have a herbal specialist on the channel who's going to be here with us today called Kistrix from the Wildwood Apothecary, and they're going to be adding all kinds of beautiful chemical and herbal remedies to it to make it an amazing experience. We'll see you at 2, guys. Thanks to our team. Thanks for watching our ongoing coverage of Tabletop Dynasties content from PAX AUS 2019. We'll be back next week with more from PAX AUS. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and hit the bell button to stay abreast of all future releases from Tabletop Dynasties.